Imagine telling someone in 1958 that one day, millions of people would watch other people play video games for hours, that you could talk to an AI that creates entire movies from just a text prompt, or that people would spend real money on virtual land that doesn't even exist. They'd think you were absolutely insane. Yet here we are, living in that exact reality. But how did we go from a simple tennis game on a computer screen to a world where digital entertainment generates more money than Hollywood and the music industry combined? The story you're about to hear involves accidental discoveries, billion-dollar mistakes, and innovations so revolutionary that they literally rewired human behavior. And it all started with two guys who just wanted to impress visitors at a science fair. In 1958, a physicist named William Higginbotham was bored out of his mind. He was working at Brookhaven National Laboratory and Visitor Day was coming up. People would tour the lab, see a bunch of boring scientific equipment, and leave unimpressed. So Higginbotham did something that would change human history forever. He created the world's first video game, Tennis for Two. It was literally just two lines and a dot bouncing between them. Visitors couldn't get enough of it. They were lining up for hours just to play this simple tennis game. But here's the crazy part. Higginbotham thought it was just a cool demonstration. He never patented it. He had no idea he'd just invented an industry that would be worth over $180 billion today. 4 years later, at MIT, students created Space War, the first real computer game with spaceships, gravity, and combat. These students spent months perfecting it, staying up all night, completely obsessed. Sound familiar? They'd accidentally discovered something that would grip humanity like nothing before, the addictive power of interactive digital entertainment. Then came 1972 and everything changed. Nolan Bushnell took that simple tennis concept and created Pong. But unlike those lab experiments, Pong was designed for one thing: making money. The first Pong arcade machine made so much money that the owner thought it was broken. The coin box was literally overflowing with quarters. By the early 80s, arcades were everywhere. Kids were spending their allowances, adults were sneaking quarters, and something unprecedented was happening. Digital entertainment was becoming a cultural force. But then, disaster struck. In 1983, the video game industry completely collapsed. Companies were making terrible games so fast that stores couldn't sell them. Millions of unsold games were literally buried in a desert. Everyone thought digital entertainment was just a fad that had died. Except for one Japanese company that was about to prove them spectacularly wrong. Nintendo launched the NES in America in 1985, but they had a genius strategy. They didn't call it a video game console. They called it an entertainment system, and included a robot toy to make it seem less like the failed video games of the past. Then, they released Super Mario Bros., and something magical happened. For the first time in history, entire families were gathering around a screen to participate in a digital story together. Mario wasn't just a game, it was a shared cultural experience. Kids who had never heard of each other could instantly bond over rescuing Princess Peach. Digital entertainment had found its way into the heart of human social connection. Meanwhile, personal computers were creating a different kind of revolution. While consoles focused on fun, PCs were proving that digital entertainment could be sophisticated, complex, and deeply immersive. Games like Ultima and Wizardry were creating entire digital worlds where players could live alternate lives. If you're enjoying this incredible journey through digital history, hit that like button and let me know your thoughts in the comments. Your support means everything. Now, let's dive into the era that changed everything forever. Then came the moment that changed everything forever. The internet went mainstream in the 1990s, and almost immediately, someone figured out how to use it for digital entertainment. In 1993, ID Software released Doom with a revolutionary feature. You could connect multiple computers and play against real people. For the first time in human history, you could instantly compete or cooperate with someone on the other side of the planet. Office workers were staying late not to work, but to play Doom with colleagues in other buildings. Universities had to ban the game because it was consuming all their internet bandwidth. But Doom was just the beginning. Quake took it further, creating persistent online communities. People weren't just playing games anymore. They were forming friendships, rivalries, and entire social structures around digital entertainment. At the same time, something else was brewing. Real player and early streaming technology meant you could watch videos on your computer. the quality was terrible. Imagine watching a movie through a keyhole while someone shook the camera. But it was the first glimpse of a future where any entertainment, anywhere, anytime would be possible. The most important development wasn't coming from big companies, though. It was coming from fans. People were creating websites, forums, and fan content around their favorite digital entertainment. They were building the foundation of what would become YouTube, Twitch, and social media. The audience was becoming the creator. In 2007, Steve Jobs held up a small device and said it would change everything. Most people thought he was talking about the phone or internet capabilities. They had no idea he was about to put a complete entertainment system in everyone's pocket. The iPhone and app stores didn't just make digital entertainment portable, they made it accessible to everyone. Your grandmother, who had never touched a video game console, was suddenly playing Candy Crush for hours. Angry Birds made more money than most Hollywood blockbusters. Digital entertainment had officially conquered every demographic, but the real revolution was happening elsewhere. A small startup called Netflix had a crazy idea. What if instead of buying or renting individual movies, people paid one monthly fee for unlimited access to thousands of titles? Hollywood executives laughed at them. People want to own their entertainment, they said. Netflix proved them spectacularly wrong. They didn't just change how we consume entertainment, they changed what we expect from it. No more waiting, no more limited choices, no more leaving the couch. And when they started creating their own content, they proved that digital platforms could outcreate traditional Hollywood. YouTube did something even more radical. They gave everyone the power to become an entertainer. Suddenly, regular people were building audiences of millions, making fortunes by playing games, reviewing products, or just talking to a camera. The barrier between audience and creator had completely disappeared. And that brings us to today, where digital entertainment is entering its most mind-bending phase yet. Virtual reality isn't just about wearing goggles anymore. Devices like the Meta Quest and Apple Vision Pro are creating experiences so immersive that people are losing track of what's real and what's digital. But here's the crazy part. People prefer spending time in some virtual worlds over the real world. Then came AI and everything changed again. Tools like Midjourney can create stunning artwork in seconds. Sora can generate entire movies from just text descriptions. We're entering an era where the only limit to digital entertainment will be human imagination itself. But the most unbelievable development is happening right now, the metaverse. The idea that we'll have persistent digital worlds where millions of people work, play, socialize, and live alternate lives. Companies are investing billions of dollars betting that the future of human interaction will be primarily digital. Esports tournaments now fill stadiums larger than most concerts. Professional gamers are becoming household names and earning millions of dollars. Digital entertainment isn't just competing with traditional sports, it's surpassing them in viewership and revenue. So here we are, just 65 years after a bored physicist created a simple tennis game to entertain lab visitors. Digital entertainment has evolved from a curiosity into the dominant form of human leisure activity. We're living in a world where people spend more time in digital worlds than physical ones, where artificial intelligence creates entertainment tailored specifically to each person, and where the line between digital and reality is becoming increasingly meaningless. And this is just the beginning. If the last 65 years taught us anything, it's that digital entertainment will continue to evolve in ways we can't even imagine. The only question is, are you ready for what comes next?